She's being consistent. I love it. Hey guys, I'm actually sick. Guys, like, when was the last time I was sick? Remember? I don't know if you guys remember this, but I think it was like this time last year and the beginning of this year that I was always sick. Each video would be like, I'm sick. But yeah, we're in the time of year where, you know, it's my time to shine. I'm sick. So, I'm on fall break. Remember when I told you guys, I think it was my fall TBR video, where I said I had like a week off? Yeah, I definitely lied. I only have 2 days off. So, my week-long planning of reading is dwindled down to like the weekend plus 2 days. So I have some books. We're definitely not gonna get through all of them, but yeah, I just want to start off this reading vlog because like fall reading vlog. Fall reading vlog. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be great. I'm so happy we're doing this. Pretend that's closed. Anyway, these are the books I'm going to be reading. Okay, can this chair not squeak? Thank you. These are the books I have for us. So first I have Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. You're probably sick of me showing this book. Do you know, I just get reminded of like Hand Who Fell From the Sky. I was also reading another book for a long time and I just kept showing it because I wasn't finishing it and I forget which book that was. But anyway, I feel like this book is turning into that. I'm always showing you guys this book. Babe, finish it. No, but I'm on page 200 I think, or 198 to be exact. I'm planning on finishing it probably today because I don't know, it just reads like really fast. So I'm hoping I can finish it, and it's like 385 and that's like 100, that's like almost another 200 pages, so I feel like I can do it. And then I bought a little novella. Adrian Young came out with The World Narrows novella between Willa and Coy. Spoiler, is it? I don't know, but it's called Drift. It's like 70 something pages, and yeah, I want to read it. I love the world, I love everyone. So I'm excited. I could probably get through that in one sitting. And then what else we have? Oh, Twisted Hate, guys. Oh my god, that's another book. I always put it in like my TBRs and my videos, and then like I never read it. But I'm hoping I can like read that. That's gonna be put on the back burner though. Yeah. And then we have Before We Were Strangers, which I've been anticipating reading this for the longest time. And I don't know. I tried to read like a page of it yesterday. I was just like, I don't feel like it. So I don't know why I put this on the TBR. I don't feel like it. But the main ones are going to be Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, the Drift novella, and then probably Twisted Hate. So yeah, those are like my main three. And I feel like I can get into a good chunk of Twisted Hate. But yeah, I did already finish a book. I meant to start this vlog like days ago. It's Sunday. I meant to start Friday. Interesting. But I finished Mary Ventura and the Ninth Kingdom by Sylvia Plath. Gave that 3 stars. Oops, not me already giving my ratings this early on. I'll save my thoughts for the end of the video, but there you go. It was also recently my birthday, so I got some books, so I'll just show you those. There's only 2. So I got Sky in the Deep by Adrian Young. We know I love her, obviously. And this is like her Viking book. I'm so excited. I love her. And then I was gonna put this on the TBR, but this book is like 500 pages. The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. We know. I did a Final Gambit reading vlog, I think a year ago. Yeah, I think it came out in September of last year. And this recently just came out and I just got it. And yeah, I was gonna do a reading vlog dedicated to this, and I think I might, but yeah, I think I might do a reading vlog. Let me know if you want a reading vlog of this, just alone. But yeah, I won't be talking about Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo that much in this video because I am doing a dedicated reading vlog to this. So if you want to know like all my thoughts pertaining to that, it should be out before this. So but for now, I'm going to continue reading this, and then I'll get back to you with updates. Hey y'all, what's up? In the middle of getting my hair done, but I finished Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I gave that a 4.5. Go check out my reading vlog if you want to see my full in-depth feelings on it. But now I'm reading Drift by Adrian Young, the like World Narrows novella. So it's with Willa and Coy, which I didn't expect them to be together, but here we are. It's like only like 70 pages, so I should be done by the time I'm done with my hair. So I'll let you know when I finish that. Hey, many hours later, I'm still here. It's okay. Oh, that is so much more than I thought. Ooh, someone messed it up. Okay, oh god, someone messed it up. Anyway, I finished Drift. I'm gonna give it a 4 star. It was really good. It's only 77 pages. Like, it's about Coy and Willa and them taking over Javal, which is where Fable was left by her father, Saint. So we're picking up back over there, and they're just redoing the whole place, just trying to make it like that port that like people want to go to, right? And there's some things in their way. There's like some murders happening, just some random stuff, and then there's also this little like romance tie between them. Didn't finish my sentence there, but what I meant to say was there's this little like romantic tie. Like ever since Koi and Willa have kind of crossed paths in Namesake, there's always been this like underlying tension between them, and then that gets expanded in this little novella. And honestly, it needs to be a full-length novel. It needs to be a full-length novel. Thank you, Adrian Young. Thank you so much. I would really appreciate it, because that last scene, no. Because there was a scene where there's this new guy coming in. He's really rich, coming in on like daddy's money type of vibe, and he is kind of like flirty towards Willa, and she says this to Koi. She's like, yeah, he invited me to his bed the other day. And he's like, what? And she's like,
well, you know, like he like insinuated like he wanted me.
And then he was like,
if you want me to behave, you better not spend the night with him.
Let me read you exactly what he said. He said,
you don't want me to break that guy's face? Then don't let me find out that you're messing around with him.
And then she's like, I'm not. And he says, good. Are we serious? Say, sure. Are we serious about this? I love Koi. And then he saves her again. Like, oh my, or not again, but this is his second saving of the main character of a book. He saved Fable in Namesake after he tried to kill her, which, guys, we gotta forgive and forget. Yeah, and then he saves Willa. So again, I'm serious. I need a full-length novel, or at least like a part 2. Thank you. I really would appreciate it. You might be like, what's next for you? See, I totally forgot that I said that I was gonna be reading Twisted Hate. Oops. Mine have picked up Before We Were Strangers. I'm like 18 pages, I think. I'm 14 pages into Before We Were Strangers. This is kind of like, I forgot that it was taking place in like, kind of like the, I love when it says I don't have any storage. But anyway, this spans over the time of 15 years. And yeah, this is what I'm currently reading. I might either read this, The Yellow Wallpaper, or Twisted Hate. But I'm kind of currently reading that right now. So you guys want updates. Alright, so first book I got was The Unhappening of Genesis Lee by Shaylee MacArthur. So this is basically about a girl who, she has powers, and I think she, like, crazy good memory. But then there's this thing called the memory thief, and the memory thief keeps stealing all these people who have really good memories, his memories, right? And so then she meets this boy named Callan, and he tells her that they've met before, yada yada yada, and she's like, I know everything. I remember everything. I have supreme memory. And I don't remember meeting this man. So now she doesn't remember seeing Callan. She hasn't seen the thief, and she doesn't know why she's starting to forget all these things if, you know, she's supposed to have all this great memory. And they try to basically capture the memory police. Memory thief. Who is the memory police? Then I got this other book, Strange Lies by Maggie Thrash. This one seemed really interesting. I tried not to get books that were, the setting was in high school. This might be in high school. It sounded way too good. So basically this takes place at a school, and there's main characters Benny and Virginia. There's this science expo, but it quickly turns into a criminal fiasco. That's what this said, right? So science expo turns left. Virginia and Benny are in the middle of it for some reason, and also the headmaster's son of the academy that they all go to is also in the center of it. And he's kind of weird towards Virginia, and Benny does not like that, because I'm assuming Benny is like, Virginia is my girl, and what is the headmaster's son doing being weird to my girl, you know what I mean? And it also talks about Atlanta, the deep fault lines of racial tension in Atlanta's history reveal explosive hatred still simmering under the city's surface. So I'm getting like maybe Ace of Spades vibes with, you know, the racial tension and also this being a mystery. So maybe the race has something to do with it. Don't tell me Benny Flax and Virginia Leeds or people of color, because then it's gonna get weird. Last book I have is this graphic novel. I was trying to get books that were 1 shorter, 2 different formats, and 3 different genres, because I was really striving for a fantasy or mystery, and this is called I literally thought this was called The Dynasties, The Disasters, but it's spelled with a Y. Also, they had really cool fantasy books, but a lot of them were like book 3. I'm like, okay, so where's book 1? The fuck? And where's book 2? Anyway, this one sounded really good, but it's a lot. So basically, this girl named Foster doesn't live a normal life. She can control the air, and then small town star quarterback and dreamy boy next door, Tate, aka Nighthawk, Babe, you are not Nightwing. This is not DC. Also has extra abilities and he has night vision. Foster and Tate collide. Their worlds spiral and a deadly tornado forces them to work together. That's weird. They have the power to control air. Wait, they're not so natural ability. They can control air. If Tate has night vision, how does that controlling air? As they each deal with the tragic loss of loved ones, they're caught by another devastating blow. They're first in a group of teens genetically manipulated before birth to bond with the elements, and worse, they're being hunted. Okay. So now they must come together, control their abilities, learn their past, who they came to be, who's following them, and what tomorrow will bring. More disasters. Yeah, so I started reading this in the store. It was interesting. I liked it. It's kind of like minimal. Reds, black, white. I think I'm actually gonna start this now. But yeah. Sorry for the intermission. Hey y'all, so update on the reading vlog. So I finished Twisted Hate. Go see my thoughts on that. Have an in-depth reading vlog. I don't want to say my rating because, you know, that's all in the other vlog. But now I am continuing Before We Were Strangers. I'm on page 51. I will say they're already pretty flirty with each other. Friends to lovers. It seems like they were never friends. This is what I'm talking about. I don't like friends to lovers, but whatever. Yeah, like literally they're at a diner with Grace and her other friends, and the two friends are together. One of the friends kisses the other friend, and Matt says, I noticed that Grace watched them with intense interest. I instinctively rested my hand on Grace's bare thigh where her nightgown had ridden up. She didn't push me away, but she didn't respond either. When I moved my hand higher, she gestured to let her out of the booth. Matt, what are you doing? And his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, is now getting married to his brother? What? That sounds so familiar. Was that Charlie Loves and Cliches? No. I almost said Spanish Love Deception. That's not what happened. Wait. Oh my, who's? I forget. Whatever. Just want to make note that Matt and Grace said, are we gonna keep things casual? They said, yeah. Proceed to have sex. And Matt says, I love you. Hey guys, did I just wake up? No. Why would you even think that? I'm on page 158. 158 of Before We Were Strangers. And tell me why. It's really cute. I love Matt and Grace. You could tell Matt just loves Grace so much, right? But Grace had planned out this whole day for them and the friends, for them to hang out because they're all kind of going their separate ways. And Grace announces that she's been accepted into grad school, and Matt, of course, the king, is happy for her. And then her friend is gonna be like all passive aggressive and saying,
oh, I gotta leave.
Girl, why aren't you happy for your friend? It's getting weird. And it turned into like the friend blaming her for being jealous about her going off with that professor to do like the tour around Europe or something, and the friend blamed Matt, and she was like, she's staying in New York for you, and Matt was like, I never asked her to do that. So I'm confused. I feel like there needs to be some type of talk with this. I feel like Matt needs to be like, hey, are you staying in New York for me? Like, what's going on? And the friend was like, her touring with the professor would be a great opportunity, but the professor likes her, like likes Grace. Girl, what happened to her professionalism? What happened to boundaries? There is none. But literally the next chapter is like, I should have told her or something. I should have told you. The fuck does that mean? Getting scared. And then like after, I think we're like 40-ish, 30-ish pages out from the like last section, because it's divided in 3 sections. Him finally realizing like it's her, then their backstory, and then 15 years later. So I'm getting close to the 15 years later. Again, like I'm gonna reiterate, I'm getting scared, but I'll come back to you later. I just found out the most disgusting, guttural, vomit-inducing, headache-producing news. Put it on the screen. Shadow and Bone is over. What's crazy is I was just looking at it, and because I was gonna watch the other Zoe, right? And then we know Archie is in the other Zoe, and he's also in Shadow and Bone. And so I looked at Shadow and Bone, and it says, when did it come out? Since 2021? And I was like, oh, so like it doesn't have like an end date, so it's still going. And then a few days later, I get this news from Lee Bardugo that it's over. So I'm going to jump off a bridge, end my life, jump out the window, and go to Netflix and see what's up. Because what the fuck? I'm sorry, because it's getting weird. So we can keep producing, we can keep making these. Netflix is in my phone, they hacked my phone, that's why they cut off the clip. They're trying to silence me. But you know what I was gonna say? Netflix can keep producing these disgusting surface level stupid shows and movies, but when they actually have a hit on their hands, when they actually have something worth substance on their hands, they don't know what to do with that. They don't know what to do with that because they canceled the society. They canceled the society, and that was a hate crime. Now this, I can't even say it. This is my favorite book series ever. And the fact that it's canceled is quite literally appalling to me. It's quite literally gut-wrenching. I'm sick to my stomach. I can't even bear to read the post of the cast. They put out post. I couldn't even read it. This is giving me flashbacks to the society because the society cast the same thing and now I'm upset. The actor that plays Matthias, he put out a state. I'm gonna end my life. I don't know what to say. I have no words. I'm speechless. Netflix.
Count your days.
Hey guys, so I just got out of the movie theater for Hunger Games Songbird vs. Snakes, and I usually watch or read the book before I watch the movie or the TV show, but I didn't for this. I will say I was a little confused, but overall I feel like I have to watch it again, but I understand like how this man became the villain he is. When Lucy went away with him, granted he did lie, but he really sacrificed a lot for Lucy, and for him to leave him, girl, I would be mad too. And now why do I kind of like him? Then in the movie he has all red on, he ate. I wish we got a little more of their relationship. Okay, first of all, I guess you can say we saw it through his actions because he did give a lot up to be with her and he did do a lot for her. So I guess in that case we don't need to see literal acts of affection. I'm out of breath, y'all. Borderline horror movie. Why was I jumping? Why did I borderline scream a little bit? God, some of the scenes, they were just scary for no reason. That's sick. Y'all, I forgot to say, I almost fell asleep. Loved the movie, but this was probably halfway or a little more than halfway. Almost took a little nap. Who is playing that music? Yes! Why are the tires squeaking? And the first death, that rattled me. But my favorite part, I really like when they're first entering the arena to check it out and the rebels bombed it. But they're holding hands in the dark. And then once they came out, they let go. I was like, yeah. But no, I get it. He's the snake, she's the songbird. And it's crazy. It's very intricate, it's very complex. And Suzanne Collins' mind is literally how does she think of this? How do you literally think of this? And at the end, where Peter Dinklage's character was it was my idea, but your father executed it, and now Snow's son is prolonging it and came up with the ideas. I don't know, it's very confusing, or not confusing, but interesting to me, how he seemed very off the idea, but was then proposing new ideas that would then prolong the games, you know what I mean? I understand that he was doing it to save his family so he can win the prize, but there ended up not being any prize, I don't know. Okay, so y'all, so I'm on the third movement of Before We Were Strangers, and I just want you guys to know that Matt is going to have to do a lot of groveling. He's gonna have to do a lot of picking up the slack, because this man not only made a bet with her best friend saying,
oh, I bet I could get Grace to marry me first.
What? And then he's gonna act a certain way when she wants to get it annulled because he got her drunk to the point where she would be okay with getting married. That has to be some form of manipulation. And then he's gonna act some sort of way when she feels funny about it and she's like, no, we're getting a divorce, are we serious? He's like,
why don't you want to be married to me?
Girl, how old are you when you graduate college? 22? 22, 23? What? Are you serious? We were drunk too. You manipulated her. Anyway, then he literally tells her, let's go get matching tattoos. What? And she was willing to stay in New York for this man. That is the sickest part. You know what's the sickest part? It's when he leaves. It's when he goes to Africa. And he's like,
oh, this call is costing me $70.
Oh, okay. So then, don't call every day, right? It takes you 3 hours by bus to get to a phone. So why do we call up Mama Matt? And she's saying that you've been calling every week. You already know the news. Did he mention Grace? No. Oh. Okay. and you're with some new bitch. Who the fuck is Elizabeth? Oh yeah, it's your ex-wife, right? That did you dirty and what? I don't know if she left him for that guy that works in the office with them. I don't know. I forget. But that's what you get. That's what you deserve. That is karma. That is revenge. Yeah. And you want to find Grace? How about you leave her alone? Because you left her. Nah. You left her, which I'm fine with you leaving her to like follow your dreams, but don't you're calling your mom every week, but you can't even give Grace an explanation to like, maybe you don't want to see her anymore. Maybe you develop this relationship with Elizabeth, which is obvious because now you're going on a 6-month expedition to Australia. Jail. Hey guys, so I finally finished Before We Were Strangers. Amazing book. I'll give you my rating in a few, but it's the end of this reading vlog. Guys, you've read with me from October to now. It's kind of like the end of November right now. So it's been like more than a month. Ooh. But yeah, now I'm just gonna give a quick overview of the books and the ratings and why I rated them. So the first book that I read in this video was Mary Ventura and the Ninth Kingdom by Sylvia Plath. I gave this 3 stars and it was okay. I had to look up what the meaning of the book was, and then once I knew what the meaning of the book was, then I could interpret it and then make my own interpretation of the book and what it meant to me. If you guys want spoilers, I came up with like the idea that like, or no, I didn't come up with it, this is kind of like what it is, but it's basically the main characters on this path of wanting to commit suicide, right? And she's on this train. The train has like, it only has one stop, and that one stop is going to be death, and there's all these people on the train. Then she meets this woman, and the woman kind of puts this fear in her, and she's like, okay, I want to get off the train. The woman's like, no, once you're on this train, you cannot get off. But she has to like fight her way off this train to get back into society. And to me, that just represented when you're on that path and you want to give up, you're losing hope, it's hard to come back to who you were previously or just get back to a state of like being okay. And I think that really symbolized it well. So but I gave it a 3 stars because it was just like, it was weird. So then I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I gave this a 4.5, and then I did do a dedicated reading vlog on this. So if you want to know my in-depth thoughts about this, go check that out. Great book, loved it. I love Harry Cameron. Okay, next book after that. Oh, I read Drift, which was by Adrian Young, and it is a Coy and Willa novella. It was so good. I wish that was a full-length novel. Sorry, like they were cute. I love the adventures that they went on. It just put me right back into the world of the Narrows, and I thought it was really good, and it made me want to read the next book in the series, which technically this is like the most recent book, I'm pretty sure, but it made me want to read like the next novel. Then I read Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. This was me continuing my Twisted series that I've been promising to finish and read for months now, and I'm finally doing it. But yeah, I rated this a 3.75. I also did a dedicated reading vlog on this book, so go and watch that. A little quick synopsis, like it was overall really good until the end, and that's what a lot of people say, and I thought I was gonna be different. I thought I wasn't gonna be like the rest, but turns out I'm falling into the majority. And one of my favorite book creators really loved this book, so I was like, I might like it too. I don't hate it, but it's just that thing at the end, I was just like, we can't let this slide. And I hate everyone. Then I just read Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. If you guys know, like this is like, I've been anticipating this book for the longest time. Like I thought it was gonna be 5 stars, and honestly, it might be 5 stars. First, like reading it, I was like, no. I see this unfortunately being like a 3. And then we got to the romance in college, and I was like, okay, I can see them falling. I can see this. Broke my heart at the end of their like college part 2. Broke my heart. And then if I thought my heart was broken then, part 3, 15 years later, that stomped on my heart, ate it, spat it out, pooped on it, farted on it, threw it into the street, put it back in me, and then threw it up into space. A bird caught it, ate it, spit it out. It landed in the sewer, and now raccoons are picking at it. Like, that's what happened to my heart when I was reading part 3. Because the things that happened, y'all, I created a list. It was so bad. Matt couldn't catch a single break. Grace was sending him letters, and his wife, Elizabeth, was throwing them away. Are we serious? And Grace was trying to tell Matt that they had a kid. What? He best 15 years of this kid's life. Now, I will say this book did an amazing job of bringing me through the emotions. Like, when Matt was angry at Grace, I was angry at Grace. When Grace was upset at Matt, I was upset at Matt. Like, it's like I literally could not form my own opinion, and like the book was so persuasive that like whatever the characters was feeling, babe, I was on their side. Like, I was I could not pick a side. Like, I should not be in the argument. But oh my god, the scenes between Matt and Ash, amazing. Matt and Grace, girl, I'm so glad that they are together and they can live happily ever after. Oh my God, help me. I love them so much. This book, I think it might be a 5-star. Like, everyone coming together, Tati still being there, her marrying the professor, God, but then like he also like raised Ash, so I can't even be mad at him. Oh my god. And then like Matt, I can't even be mad at Grace because Matt wasn't getting the letters because his psychotic ex-wife that ended up cheating on him while his mother was sick. He went to California to treat his mother that was sick, and she cheats. Are we serious? And if you knew the man loves another woman, why would you continue dating him? That was her thing. Like, oh, I knew you were in love with Grace. I was in love with you. I couldn't let... Elizabeth, get a break, because you obviously don't have it. And I feel bad. Okay, we're gonna stop there. Anyway, I think also Monica did something with Elizabeth and they helped Matt get away from Grace in some way, I think. But then Monica came around in the end and she was a great character. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Yes, the ending was just so good. Like, Matt and Grace, like, they worked out their problems. Like, it was not a smooth process at all. It was very realistic. And I feel like I'm just taking away from this book. This is what happens when you don't communicate properly. And like, just things get lost in translation. And imagine they never saw each other on the train. Like, they would still go about their lives, probably sad, probably lonely, but now like they reconnected, and the reconnection had its own obstacles and it was hard, but they're like, girl, we love each other. The connection we had in college, that is once in a lifetime. We have to get back together. And then Ash, she just made it like 10 times better. I cannot hate on this book. So it's probably gonna be a 5-star. It's great. Like I thought it was going to be. Like, I have to trust myself. This is gonna be the end of the video. I hope you guys like this reading vlog. Let me know what I should do next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.